every group of kids is unique. I haven't had a bad group in 25 years, and this one definitely wasn't one of those. And you know, it really keeps, it is really fun to finish the day and know that you get to go and run, work out, talk to, hang out with a group of young men and women like this every day. It makes Coach Slack's job and my job really, really easy. Really fun to end the day like that every day. So every group is unique, but there are quite a few traditions that we have every year. You know, for example, the routes that we run. Anybody who was here 25 years ago probably remembers the Kokoshki route. Everybody here probably ran the Kokoshki route this year. That is, there's nobody named Kokoshki that lives in town anymore, but if you've been here for a while, you remember Mr. and Mrs. Kokoshki lived out where Schwartz's live, and that's the Kokoshki route. And we have several routes like that, the Angle route, the Bomb, we didn't do that one this year. Magnuson, we didn't do that one yet either, but yeah. Derek really wanted to do the Magnuson, so yeah. Maybe Monday or after school. But you know, some of those traditions, the homecoming football run is always a fun tradition. We always, it gets a little bit scary sometimes coming in from runs. We always finish at the flagpole. So we got to touch the flagpole when you're done. So there might be 2 or 3 people racing to the flagpole through the bushes, over the rocks, and haven't had anybody fall, thank goodness, but I probably jinxed it. But some of those traditions are ones that have been around for a long time, and I think will be around for a long time yet to come. In addition to those traditions, though, every group does kind of leave their mark on the you know, the history of Blooming Prairie, and this group definitely did that. I was polling some of the favorite memories of the season, along with their voting for awards, and there's something about a mud kill. I don't know. I'm sure some of you parents had fun getting that mud out, the uniforms. They all came out pretty good. So that was good. But yeah, that was a new one. We haven't had that one before. And you know, just the memories that we make are always different, always new every year. Just looking at a few of them, yeah, there's quite a few on the Mud Hill. There, winning the conference for the boys was a big memory that a lot of people indicated. A couple of the junior high boys said something about the Mason walk. Mason, where's Mason? Mason, when you come up here, maybe you're gonna have to do that walk. Because I don't think everybody saw it, because I think that was out on a run, wasn't it? I was out with you that day, so I know what it is. But a lot of it, you know, running with friends, spaghetti dinners, going to Derek's house for spaghetti dinners and playing volleyball. Nobody said anything about Annie over, though. There was some pretty intense games of volleyball at those spaghetti dinners, and I think a few of them even got a better workout playing the Annie over game than they did the workout that day. Derek was sweating. I didn't know if he was going to be able to run the next day, but he did. And in addition to that, you know, cross country I've always thought is a very unique sport. You tell someone, yeah, you in cross country, so what do? You know, you run. It sounds really kind of boring, kind of the same thing every day. But really, until you experience it, a lot of people don't realize, you know, what a unique sport it is. Everybody in every meet has a chance for a win. You can be first, you can be last, you can be middle of the pack, but everybody can go out of the, you know, leave a meet, get on the bus, and feel like they had a great meet. They had a good meet. That's really unique in sports. That doesn't happen too often. Usually there's a winner, there's a loser. Winner's happy, loser's not happy. Well, you got 100 runners in a race, and you could have, you know, most of them, you know, if they run well, walk off the course being really happy with a PR, or maybe beating a kid that they hadn't beaten before. or maybe they help their team place higher than they normally did. There's so many chances for positives, and I think that's really unique about cross country, and probably one of the reasons why I love coaching it so much, because there's so much positivity involved. From the kids, a great, when you look at your greatest individual accomplishment for the season, this is what I asked them, and the biggest one was the PRs. We make a big deal of PRs, personal records, whether it's a season PR or whether it's your best run on that course, keep track from year to year, or maybe it's an all-time PR. We had a ton of them this year, and that was really, really fun to see. People running their best times ever, and we kind of even, if it's your first race, we even count that as a PR sometimes. And it's your first 5K ever, that's your PR, that's a big deal. And almost every single kid said that was their greatest individual accomplishment. Okay, and every single one of them had a race or 2 races or 3 races sometimes that they really kind of outdid themselves and maybe performed better than what they thought they could. I know at the end of the year, I told a couple of them, I said, would you picture yourself at the beginning of the year getting all conference or running that time, or and there's no way. But they, through their own perseverance, through their shared, but by kind of sharing the workload and encouraging each other along, everybody really had a very, very fun and rewarding experience this year. And I was very proud to be a part of that and to watch them grow like that. So as a team, at the beginning of the year, we had the Stewartville meet, which we boys were 14th place out of 21 teams, and I say that kind of loosely because there weren't really 21 teams there. There was only 14 complete teams, and we were 14th. So the teams that we beat them because they didn't have enough kids. So, but we beat them. If it's a basketball game and they show up with 3, we're going to beat them. So, I count it, I guess. But yeah, we didn't beat any complete teams. The Hayfield meet, we were 7th out of 9 complete teams. As we moved through the season, the home meet, Blooming Prairie meet, I felt was kind of a turning point. We got 2nd out of 6 teams, beat several teams that had beat us those first 2 meets. Got 3rd at the New Richland meet, won the Grizzly Pie Invitational, didn't get any pie. Won the USC meet, won conference, of course, and you look at that progression. That was pretty amazing, going from not beating anybody to winning 3 of our last 5 meets. Very, very impressive. Girls' side was very similar. We were 14th in the first meet. That was out of 16 complete teams, so we did beat a couple. Second meet, we were 10th out of 11, so we beat 1. Our home meet, we were 6th out of 6. And from there, we kind of started to figure things out a little bit, started rounding into shape a little bit and kind of coming together. We went 5th at 5th at New Richland, 3rd at the Grizzly Pie Invitational, 2nd at USC, and then a great 3rd place finish at conference. And very close to hanging in there with the 1st and 2nd place teams that had been 40, 50, 60 points ahead of us at the beginning of the year. By the end, they were 10, 15. So very impressive team progress on both sides there as well. And when we look at that improvement, when you get your booklets, look at the times you ran at the beginning of the year and the times you ran at the end of the year. You can't completely compare times from between courses, because some courses are a little bit easier than others, some are tougher. A Chatfield meet is really tough. It's hard to compare that time to like a Hayfield meet, which is very, very flat. But when you look at from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6-minute improvements. I guess the only couple that really didn't have that, I think it was, well, Bella and Haley, I think they ran like 6 minutes their first meet, and then they're 22 and 23, 24 minutes or last meet. I don't know why that was. Oh wait, that was junior high, the first meet, so they only ran a mile. No, everybody did a really, really good job with that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to call each individual up individually, talk a little bit about them, and then give them a few of their awards. I think I'll get all of their school awards and their conference awards, and then at the end we'll save for the team awards, some of those. So we'll start with Mason. Come on up, Mason. You come right up here. Mason is a 7th grader this year. It's his first year as an official cross-country runner, and he did a really, really nice job this year. Had run a few of the meets last year as a 6th grader, so he kind of knew a little bit of the courses and kind of knew a little bit of what was going on, but even still, he didn't really know everything, running every day after school and some of the wear and tear that can bring on. But he adjusted to things very well, was very dedicated, and improved a ton as the year went on. He is getting a participation certificate there, and then also he placed 3rd place at the conference meet in a very, very good time, under 14 minutes for 2 miles. Really nice run for him, but he got 3rd place, so he gets that, and great job on a great season, Mace. Dante, come on down. Well, Dante is also a 7th grader, and he's also getting his first participation award there for cross country. Dante is you went here, 5th grade? Then you weren't here last year and then came back this summer. And Jack, your stepdad, is a Blue Wing grad. And I probably annoyed him for all 6 years of his high school because I wanted him to come up for cross country. I thought he would do pretty good with it. And he never came out. So, and then about 5 years after he graduated, he came back and said, I really should have come out. I got in the military, I ran some great times. I said, I know, I told you that forever. So when he came back and said, hey, Dante gonna come out for cross country? He said, absolutely, I'm gonna make it. Is that right? Pretty much. Dante had a great year. He's got a lot of natural ability and really came on with towards the end of the season, ran some very, very good times, has a very bright future in front of him in cross country. In addition to his participation award, he also got 9th place in the conference meet. So top 10 get a medal. So he's getting his 9th place medal today. He said 2 weeks ago. See, I told you were gonna get it. Great job, Dante. Sammy. Come on down. Do you like it when I call you Sammy? Am I the only one that calls him Sammy? I am? It's pretty much every day in the hallway. Hey, Sammy, how's it going? Good. Samuel came out for the team a little bit later. I think he started about when school started. Kind of saw him right before school started and started talking to him a little bit about it. And he was a little unsure right away, but after the first day, he was all in and did a really, really good job. Had a lot of fun watching him get better and better and better. And you think there's not a lot of strategy to running, but there really is. And just being focused and having that drive, to keep going, to keep your pace, to keep up with somebody, and not go out too fast, not go out too slow. Samuel learned a lot of that as the year went on, and he did a great job. He also placed 6th in the conference meet, and is getting his 6th place medal today. Great job, Samuel. Justin. We had 5 7th graders this year. So that was 3 of them. Justin is 4th one. Justin did a great job as well this season, improved a lot from beginning to end. He just missed out on the medals in the conference meet, but I tell you what, Justin, you could always count on that he was going to be given everything he possibly could to every race. He kind of, young runners sometimes kind of get a little bit sore mid-season, and Justin really fought through some of that soreness. There's a few days where he'd be out on a run like, Justin, we just gotta be done. He'd run in, but he always was one of our most perseverant kids out there. No matter what his body felt like, he wanted to get the work done, and did a really good job throughout the season. So great job, Justin, on a great season.